Welcome everybody. So this is a picture that comes into my mind when Narendra Modi grew this huge beard and started wearing all of these shawls all of a sudden just before the 2021 Bengal elections. Now I remember the social media was filled with memes those days. It was like Modi has forgotten to shave his beard, and there were all sorts of nasty comments passed at him. But did you ever think that it was also a part of strategy that Modi and BJP was trying to employ in Bengal? I mean, look at Rabindranath Tagore, who all the Bengalis very much worship and consider him as their Gurudev. And clearly there is a certain amount of body language and dressing sense that very clearly reminds Modi ji, and when you look at Modi ji, you can definitely see Tagore in it. So somehow this is a strategy that is mind-blowing when you don't realize that a certain dressing sense or a certain tap on the shoulder or some kind of a body language movement can also give a connection for one person with another, which is so subconscious that you're not even trying to make a deliberate attempt also. This is the beauty when you observe a certain thing. Now, have you ever wondered why so many times stuff like this go unnoticed? Because somehow students are not even taught in a way where their idea or their innovation is sharpened in a way where the students are allowed to think differently and are asked questions that make them think and question the age-old norms. This was one assignment when we suddenly threw this photo to the students and asked them, what do you think of them? And when the students were given a simple photograph and asked to analyze it and come with a solution, you are giving them plethora of opportunities to sharpen their brain, to think differently, and all of it is also done in the most fun way. When the students suddenly realized that, oh shit, it's actually very similar, this does seem very similar, the students have realized to pick and understand and look into those details that sometimes it gets missed due to translation. This is something we've tried really hard to employ at Young India program. When you realize that, okay, if around 2021 and all that craziness that followed because of the second wave and the amount of deaths that have happened, had all of those not been there, maybe today Bengal would have been BJP's area as well. Because here comes a very important aspect, strategy. And when I say strategy, it's not about trying to do something so extraordinary that you're losing the plot. Strategy sometimes is the most basic things. It's trying to show yourself differently from another person, and that could be so impactful that even a little things makes a lot of sense. I think these are little tricks and techniques that are not employed in our regular education mainstream syllabuses that somehow the students miss the code. I think doing this has helped a student understand how the real world sort of functions from what you're learning from textbooks. Everybody, when you read the Indian national movement, you study how Bengalis are very attached to their figures, whether it's a Bose or whether it's a Tagore or whether it's Kali Ma. All of these central figures of Bengal, they're very culturally, you could say extremely attached to their cultural figures, a lot more than every other state in the country. So somehow doing that can give you a connect with another person that maybe, even promises of say development or giving incentives might not even give you that. So this is a strategy that you employ. Trying to find that missing block, trying that one extra point that can give you a connection with that. Same thing is something that we are trying to do with the students. Now, each and every one of us comes with our own set of strengths, weaknesses, talents, and our own set of nitpick mentalities and our small issues that we have with each other. Now, when we identify that a particular student has got a certain amount of talent and a certain amount of problem, trying to maneuver ourselves in a way that both of them are being balanced enough is a strategy that really takes a lot of effort from us. But we do that because that really makes a lot of difference for the students. So I feel like this is one thing that is missing from the regular mainstream education system that we are trying really hard to bridge in. Thank you so much.